That's, I mean, it's a fascinating idea, but what's terrifying is that if we're a commodity, then, we're like beef cows that are eating all the grass that we want because it's valuable for them to get fat. That the chaos on this planet is actually engineered to ensure more rich souls.
You guys should talk about that.
Yeah,
He likes
I know some people that have been pretty far up the food chain that believe that there is mass manipulation of human affairs on a global scale for reasons that we can't understand.
And mass manipulation by humans or non-humans?
Non-humans, manipulating humans by non-humans to do things that they want us to do. There are some
like what
theories,
kind of things specifically?
War, for example.
Really?
There's what's it called? The Gods of Eden. A guy named William Bramley, an attorney, sets out to write a book about the causes of war. And everywhere he goes throughout human history, he finds evidence of some kind of a exterior manipulation of human affairs, that they somehow benefit from us killing each other on a massive scale. William Bramley, Gods of Eden.
And what is the speculation? Like, what could it be that they would how would they benefit? Does he say?
Maybe it's souls. Maybe releasing souls so that they can recycle them. I don't know. It's been 25 years since I read that book, but it's worth a read. I look back at the earlier this year. We had 3 UFOs, I'm using air quotes, shot out of the sky by the U.S. military. That's the story that gets printed in newspapers. U.S. military shoots down 3 UFOs, one of them being a Chinese balloon or whatever the other ones were. But, the public paid attention for, 2-3 days? And then it's like, hey, when's that new Barbie movie coming out? And just moved right along from it.
Yeah, and that's that news cycle. It's pretty wild. But it's also, again, you can only hear about UFOs for and I'm a nut, obviously. Fucking look at this. I'm obviously a UFO nut.
We're friends here.
I could only hear about it for so long before I'm going, I need something.
Yeah.
I need to see something. Show me some metal. Show me some hardware. Show me a fucking frozen being. Something. It just...
UFO fatigue, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is UFO.
I got it, too.
I hear it all the time. I mean, when, don't tell me anymore. I don't want to hear about any whistleblowers or hearings until you show me the flying saucer and the dead alien bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get that all the time.
We got to keep going.
Of course, we do have to keep going. Well, you guys, George, when did you first break the Lazar story? Was that 89?
89.
And when you broke that story, was that your introduction to this world, or had you already had a curiosity?
I had done some stuff starting in 87. It was John Lear. John Lear had walked in the station with a stack of documents. He had helped us break the story of this secret plane out in the Nevada desert that was invisible to radar, stealth fighter. And so he had some credibility with us, and he plopped those documents on the desk of my managing editor and my buddy and mentor, Ned Day. Ned, this is your next big story. It's the biggest story in history. Here you go. Ned looks at a couple of pages, shoves the file back across to Lear and said, this can't be true. If it was true, I'd already know about it. He's kind of cocky, like many of us are. And so before Lear left the newsroom, I said, let me take a look at that stuff. So he gave me all these documents. Most of it was stuff from the Freedom of Information Act. These agencies like the FBI and CIA, before FOIA was the law of the land, would deny that they ever did any studies, that had any interest whatsoever in UFOs. Then when that was signed into law in the mid-'70s, they had to release thousands and thousands of pages that showed they'd been lying through their teeth, that they had been studying it. All these pages of information of studies and experts and panels and all kinds of things like that. So Lear gave me that stuff, and that's how I got hooked, is the paper trail that established that our military, our intelligence agencies were telling the public one thing. Don't worry your pretty little heads. Pay attention, move along, nothing to see here. But behind the scenes, they took it very seriously. They were very concerned about where these things were from and how this technology works and the fact that they can't do anything about it. So that's how I got hooked. In 87, I started reading about it. And then meeting Lazar in 89, almost by chance, and realized, all right, look, if I'm going to report on this, I got to really dig in and learn everything I can. And I was cocky enough to think, well, give me 6 months, I'll have this whole thing figured out. That was 36 years ago.
Wow. It's got to be crazy to see it now in front of Congress.
I had a moment. I did.
Tell him.
I had a moment. I just kind of had to bow my head there when it came over me after all this time, seeing what was happening, unfolding in front of me. I just never thought I would see it. And what was really amazing is the partisan divide was gone suddenly. There is an issue that the two sides, far left, far right, can agree on. There's AOC and Jamie Raskin on one side of the room, and there's Tim Burchett and Matt Gaetz on the other, and they're all asking questions. And it's not just questions prepared by staff; they're doing follow-ups. They're into it. Into it. It was amazing. It was just absolutely amazing to see it.